Bienvenidos a todos a otro Ramble Radio.
I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what that means.
A todos another Ramble Radio.
I speak American, so
this
I don't know
American.
What that means.
He's
This is American.
American.
I speak
God
American.
damn it! It's Ramble 2, Ramble Radio. Eddie.
Ramble Radio. But it's also video.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna let me get by with this one.
I'm telling you, I'm getting momentum. Florida.
You've added Tony Dungy to your
Tony
team.
Dungy's part of the Don't Say Radio crew. And then we got New York's going to be Don't Say Radio. There's going to be Don't Say Radio all over the country.
Well, it's also for now. It's also radio. This would be episode 235. Look at that. You'd think it's just us.
It is just us.
It is just us.
Cody's not here.
He is busy.
But
he's writing a speech for Herschel Walker as we speak right now.
Well, that's why Herschel bailed on the debates, is because
he
didn't. Cody wasn't there to write him his debate material.
Imagine how ready
he would have dominated that debate.
Oh, he's gonna dominate the next one thanks to Cody, of course.
But we have special guests today.
This is exciting.
Now, a little setup for our guests. My son Colton is the manager of their band,
and he was excellent in the documentary.
The Get Lost Losers. Yes.
So were you.
Oh, thank you.
And so was Tracy. It was a Pence party.
It was a Pence party.
It was a Pence party on that set.
So right now I'm going to introduce you guys to Jason and Anthony of the Get Lost Losers.
All right, welcome to Ramble Radio.
Hey guys,
how y'all doing? We're
doing
fucking
great.
rock and rollers, Eddie. Look at us, rock and rollers.
Some sweet shirts you guys have on there.
Sweet shirts, matching.
Yeah.
Southern.
I don't want.
What?
Let's not get off topic here, but Anthony and I can't.
Yeah.
It's so weird, guys. I'm backwards, but we are ambassadors for the College of Mass Communications and Media Arts for Southern Illinois University. They love the film so much.
Wow. They made you official ambassadors.
Look at his sleeve. Show him your sleeve. There's a little thing on the
My
sleeve.
God.
Oh, that's official. That's embroidered in. That's not ironed on. That's embroidered, right?
They sewed that shit.
That's official.
Now these were because they were such fans of the Get Lost Losers film. They promoted. They gave. Scorsese didn't get that.
No.
Right?
No.
Coppola is that fucking ass? Where's that guy walking around?
He's making wine somewhere.
He's making wine. That's it.
Yeah.
And
also, I mean, I graduated from the school, so it makes sense for me. But they were like, you know what? Let's have this guy too.
Yeah.
It's basically the Get Lost Losers and Hoop Dreams.
That's
right.
Right. This is what this
it's
is.
Southern Illinois.
They offered you doctorates, and you said, "Screw that."
Sorry.
Make us ambassadors.
So instead, what we do is we go to high school campuses, right?
Okay.
And we sign up kids. It's a one-page application.
All right.
And it's $100.
Cash.
And they get to apply. And then, like in 12 to 18 months, they get their answer, whether or not they get it or not. So
wow.
We move around a lot. We do 2 weeks
Who else
here,
is
2
doing
weeks there.
this?
No
Who
one.
else is giving the youth of America
An opportunity for higher education?
Chances like this? Fucking hell! I'm gonna
Get
cry.
Lost Losers.
This is amazing. Not only are you great musicians, you're in a band. You're helping young men. And
You're
women.
giving back to the next generation. You're paying it forward to the next generation.
Boom.
Exactly.
Right
For
there.
just $100.
For $100.
Like I said, cash.
Cash.
Money order sometimes. We usually cash is the best.
Venmo, PayPal, none of that.
No.
We don't like we're not
Cash
digital
only.
guys.
I don't want a trail.
Or
I don't want a
analog.
trail.
You don't
Analog.
want a trail. You don't want a trail. It's
Yeah.
cash.
So, but and I just want to say this too. Obviously, we have a movie, that's out now. It's on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
We have our release parties this Friday.
Hey,
But if anyone out there's got $100 cash,
Yeah.
you
wanna
might be able to
apply.
go to that school.
Exactly. Well, just the College of Mass Communication and Media Arts. Yeah, we'd love to hook you up. Look, it turned me out, and then I met him.
And
Is
look
there
what
an
you guys
age
did.
limit, or could I give this a shot if I had the 100?
We'll take, we always say anyone from like a freshman in high school, anyone in high school can apply. So their parents can give us, or they can give us $100. Like I said, it's a one page.
Is that $100? Does that go towards your eventual tuition, or is this a separate fee?
We just collected. I'm not even sure.
Okay.
We don't really. I'm not about to ask questions to Southern Illinois
Of course,
University.
you don't want to.
No.
Well, you don't want to get in their bad side.
No.
Right.
You don't
now
wanna
we're
do that.
Yeah, right now, like I said, it's like the guy that created Dippin' Dots, Shaft.
No shit.
Richard Roundtree, and then Walt Frazier, and then the Get Lost Losers, close fourth.
I would put you guys over Frazier. I mean,
I would put you over Frazier.
I love Clyde. He's a great he's a basketball legend, but it's.
And then Eastern Illinois, that's Tony Romo and
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan, right?
Everyone I know that went to Eastern turned out to be like an elementary school teacher. Like
Wow.
75% of them are.
That's the best they could do.
Yeah.
Romo got out. I'm sure he has his degree though. I'm sure he has a certificate where he can teach.
Right.
Big Greek system over there too. So.
Oh man.
No, we know what
we know what that means.
Yeah.
We know where
but
that's going.
You know who doesn't have a good Greek system?
Who's that?
Southern Illinois University.
There it is. There it is.
They're focused on the academics.
Yeah, literally they plowed it down. There was an incident, and they bulldozed it.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
Yeah, all we have really is mass communications and media arts. That's the number one thing we got going there. And for $100 cash, you or your child can experience it themselves.
You have the opportunity to experience it.
See, this is what real filmmakers should do, because what's Spielberg doing? He's remaking a 55-year-old movie, West Side Story. Who gives a shit?
That's been told. That story's been told.
We know
I agree fully.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are out there fucking
You're creating the next generation of storytellers.
That's amazing. That is
actually,
incredible.
you know what? If Colton, we haven't talked about this. Obviously, there's a conflict of interest. I don't want my band manager to, but his friends, Eddie, if he's got any, little buddies that want to go to school,
he does. I'll get you if you guys need flyers or whatever. I can hand them out at the school.
Yeah, you know what? Too. Let's start with your East Coast. Those people first, and then we'll go more local to LA.
Go west. That way. Okay. Yeah, have you guys moved down into middle schools yet, or are you still just doing high school?
We don't want to put pressure on kids.
Right.
But I'll tell you this: let me ask you, if someone were to say to you, 20 years ago, we're 28.
Right.
But if someone were to say to you all those years
ago, 28.
My God,
very youthful.
I'm a hard 28.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys are fucking
youthful 28.
Yes, youthful 28.
But if you're a middle schooler and someone says, "Hey, do you want to be a rock and roll filmmaker when you grow up?" I mean, I can't give you much more of a pitch than that. So
there it is.
Right?
You have, and where can people find this film? By the way, let's get that plug going, because it was really fucking well done. I loved watching it.
Told you.
Where do you find this? Is it just digital? Can you get physical copies? Where can you get this?
It is. If it's on Amazon Prime Video, you can rent it or buy it there and own it for as long as Amazon exists.
Nice.
However long that is, 50, 60 years. And then we also have the Blu-ray, which is a form of media that will last for up to 100 years if stored correctly.
Never gonna go away.
Yeah, and that's on our website, thegetlostlosers.com, or if you want one-day shipping, Amazon, also at Walmart.com.
Nice.
So,
okay.
And you get to see Colton Pence, Eddie's son, your manager. You get to see Eddie's wife has a cameo in it. Eddie himself. This is just. So all the Ramblers out there, you love Eddie. We know it. Prove it. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. You say you love
Buy
Eddie.
a Blu-ray.
Then
and
buy a
also,
Blu-ray, buy it on Amazon.
There's also an album to go along with it.
There's an album.
Yes.
An album.
Jesus.
There is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's streaming everywhere. I mean, we're actually getting. It's funny. We get more views on like Amazon Music than anywhere. So I think that maybe it's an older demo. But
right.
But we're that classic rock and roll. that vibe.
What's the oddest place that's bought the Blu-ray?
We had one to Hong Kong last week.
Wow.
And the Netherlands.
No shit. Nice.
Yeah. The Hong Kong, once it went there, I was like, all right, we're pirated. Like, now we're not.
It's over.
I was excited
it's
about
over.
it, but
they're all jumping and high five, and I'm like, guys, we're done. Like, it's
you
over.
guys are on a blanket in some train stop in New York City right now. You're laid out on a bootleg blanket.
Now,
it's fine though. It's cool. I would, if it like that's the thing. It's great. The Blu-ray has the extra features, so there is some incentive to get in. You also see like our songwriting process and outtakes, which everyone loves. Gag reel.
Who doesn't love that? Yeah.
And our commentary is it's there's some hurt feelings, and we talk about.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Jeez.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I don't come off like a peach.
Right.
no, he definitely does
Were
not.
you worried, Jason, about how that would look? I mean, did you think this is a hatchet job? They're making me look bad on purpose, or what? Like, or Anthony? Is that how he really is? I hate to put you on the spot.
Well, to be honest, it doesn't stray far from his actual character.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We do act, but we take our natural kind of qualities and bring it into the movie, so it's an organic kind of feature.
There you go.
Now, how did you guys get together, Ridge? Like, I've known Jason for a long time. How did you guys meet and get together and collab?
I was in jail for a B&E. And then he was into, I think, for shoplifting or something like that. Like, I mean,
Wow.
not as hardcore, but
No.
the same kind of.
Well,
we were still in the same place. So
you did some breaking. He just picked stuff up.
Yeah.
Did you harmonize in the cell? Did you start doing like a?
Well, first, no, we became cellies. It takes, for those that don't know, that process takes a while to, figure out what's going on. What's this guy after?
Yeah.
Who's the more commanding?
Right.
Dominant.
What's in his flesh pocket? What's in mine?
Right. What's
exactly? Yeah. It takes a little bit to iron out the kinks.
Cool.
But after that, it became, I would say, love at first, not first sight, but love eventually. And
that's great.
We decided to collaborate, and we've been loving on each other ever since. We have a little bit of hiccups here and there. It's not a
Well,
it's a relationship. Every relationship.
But I think it's better that it wasn't love at first sight, because usually that hot and heavy shit ends just as hot and
not
heavy.
Sustainable, right?
See,
slow growth.
We are not a bright flame at all by any means.
You're a dull, warm glow.
A dull, warm glow. That's what you want, right?
Yeah. We're a dull pain that's in a large area.
You're the low setting on the electric oven. That's what you are.
Sure. We're a sparkling drop of water. Lost at sea.
See?
I have a question for Anthony.
Yes.
If this is all right, so I am just learning how to play guitar.
Okay.
And a buddy of mine got me as a gift a Gibson SG, which I just fell in love with. Now I'm asking you, you have some beautiful rigs in this film. Which is your go-to? Like, which one is your, okay, if I have to pick one, this is my guitar?
My go-to that I would have to pick, not only for the movie, but life in general, is my Fender Stratocaster right here.
Oh, we get to see it.
Oh.
While he grabs it, Jerry, that Gibson's probably worth about $200. So if you want to get, I could fence it.
I could get two kids. I could get two kids into college.
Could
I get two kids into college with that thing?
You could definitely get half of one.
All right.
This is the guitar from the movie.
Look at that. Screen used.
Damn. That's
screen
beautiful.
Used, but a Gibson SG, so I prefer a Fender Stratocaster always. But a Gibson SG is wonderful. Allman Brothers, Derek Trucks, a lot of these wonderful players all play an SG. So good for you.
Thank you. Did Zappa have an SG, or did he just have a custom guitar that looked like an SG? I forgot.
Zappa had an SG. Yes.
So I just loved. I remember seeing a Zappa album in my mother's record collection as a kid, and he had that wood-colored SG, and I thought that's just the coolest looking guitar I've ever seen. So I fell in love with that SG.
Dude, I would love to see it on you. You got to start playing it more often.
I got to bring it. I should go get it. I should have got it. You know what I got instead? I got my one piece of rock and roll memorabilia from my old job at Sam's Club right out of high school.
This is impressive, guys. Prepare to be impressed.
This is real.
Okay.
This is real. Right there. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top. His Sam's Club membership card.
That's a very interesting piece of
That's
rock and
from like 19. I could send this to the Hall of Fame Museum.
It belongs to the museum.
Dude, you probably could. Not bad. I like it.
That is the Sam's Club card. I had this framed, and then when I moved in with my girlfriend, she's like, "I'm not fucking putting that up anywhere in this apartment."
Yeah.
So I know it's
even Billy Gibbons would probably not want you to frame.
Oh no, right.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it is cool. Very unique.
Thank you very much.
So you guys have a big show coming up. This Ramble Radio comes out on Friday. You guys have a show tonight.
Yeah.
Correct?
It's our it's hard to say, Blu-ray release party.
Release party.
Blu-ray release
we
party.
have, for those who don't know, the Get Lost Losers first. Well, not really. Well, we're a band first.
Of course.
Movie close second.
Yes.
Maybe, who knows? It's neck and neck right now. But then also we're a live interactive stage show. So tonight is a new version. Yeah, we're a new version of our show. Our roadie's going to be there. We have a president of our fan club. Lacey's going to be there.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
So we will have, it'll be a full-on show. There'll be fireworks. We're doing some covers, maybe a little rock set, maybe some classic rock. And we have a fun time. And there'll be some theatrics. We'll be giving away Blu-rays. The cast is going to be there. So
that's amazing.
Bring your cameras. We're going to go viral for sure.
That's so badass. So, and what's the venue again?
It's called Art Bar LA. It's
Bar LA.
On Venice Boulevard in Mar Vista in West LA.
What's the start time?
Doors open at 9. There's a lot of acts playing that night, and then there'll be DJs throughout the evening. So we'll probably go on around 10 o'clock or something because we're obviously the biggest thing happening that night.
We're the headliner, obviously.
They're the closers.
I think can we Art Bar LA? Is that right? Can
Art
we
Bar
just
LA.
rename it now? The House to Get Lot Losers Built.
Yeah,
that's what it is, right?
No, well, it's actually the closest bar in my house too. So I'm pretty
There it is.
stoked.
There it is. Even better.
And you know what? Usually I'm looking for what I call Volkswagen Veronicas.
Yeah,
those are girls that might want to have relations in my Volkswagen after the show.
Right.
So now I get to skip that whole. Let's go straight back to my house.
Right.
You might get a bed and or couch.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't clean the Volkswagen either.
And to all those women, line starts to the left. Just remember, it's not. It's
line starts to the left, gas tanks on the right side.
There it is. See there. And just to tell everybody how good this band is, and I know you probably get bored with the personal stories, but
oh no, we love it. We love it.
My girlfriend and I were this close to just splitting, and then fucking like it's 1970 came on.
Right,
we're still together.
Magic.
Happy to be of service to you, Jan.
Thank you. Stronger than we've ever been. Dare I say?
Wow.
Right.
Dare I say?
Do you think it's because you took the old-fashioned approach of kind of getting into bed in that way?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh,
We don't want to give out all our Easter eggs, but the way the album's laid out, if you were to have sex for on average what a normal session would be. You might climax at the same time I do vocally in that song.
Oh my God! That's what we're shooting for. That's what we're. So that's like when you sync up Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The RPMs of your stroking will increase gradually.
Right.
And we plan it that way.
Yes.
God. Now this is more based on our podcast, but you've known Eddie for a minute, Jason, right?
Yeah, he did. I used to do the show Dads in Parks, a web series.
Okay.
And Eddie was on it. Yeah.
Now, are you aware of Eddie's harmonica playing prowess? And if so, would he ever be allowed to jam, or would that take away too much attention because Eddie's so good on the harmonica?
I've heard rumors about it. I've never heard it myself. And I do know there was a time in college when he was practicing on the skin flute. Quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, was that a junior high? I'm sorry, that's a junior high.
No, that's fine.
That's completely appropriate for here.
But Eddie, do you want to play something?
I usually don't play in public anymore.
But you know what? Your son is not there, so you're not going to.
That's true.
Because we have this thing. Because we have these little segments on our podcast that we have his harmonica accompany as kind of the starter of the segment, and Eddie has a hard time playing those at home because if his son Colton hears it, he knows he'll never live up to that, right? So
right, and I don't want him to be depressed.
Right, he can never play harmonica.
Thoughts he shouldn't think.
Exactly.
I always thought, I thought it was dubbed. I didn't realize that was.
No, it was all
that wasn't a joke.
Wow.
That's
no,
not a joke, right?
That's all me. That's all me.
Wow.
I mean,
I'd honestly play it right now for you guys, but I had Tracy hide all the harmonicas in the house, so I wouldn't be tempted to play at home
and hurt your kid.
But
I'll just tell you this:
so I don't know where she put them.
Eddie has a letter from John Popper from Blues Traveler, and all it says is "Thanks for everything." So you take that to you take that to however you want. But that's
I lost that too. I folded up, put it in my pocket, and I don't know what I did with it.
Darn, Eddie.
Yeah,
so it's somewhere on this desk. I can't find it.
I will say this: Eddie is definitely in the sequel as long as enough of your listeners buy the Blu-ray.
There it is. See, you want to give Eddie more.
So come on, I need the work.
Eddie needs more work, guys.
I need more pro bono work.
Yes. Even though in Juilliard there's a music room called Pence Hall.
Yeah.
Again, we'll just take that for whatever you want it to mean. But he does need the work anyway.
I do need I like to play.
Yeah.
I live to play.
We know you do. You were our. I don't want to give too much away, but I told Eddie when he came on set, we were like, "You're our William Hurt." Like in A History of Violence. You show up and you are, and we needed someone to be a bigger jerk than I was, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And it was,
those are big shoes to fill. Those are big shoes to fill.
Eddie I think Eddie was a great jerk. He was really William Hurt.
Yeah. Boom, comes in.
What a perfect description.
He had so many notes too. Like he goes, there's a time when he gets a little creepy. There's a time, he's very obviously very judgmental, but
yes,
he takes a liking to Anthony in one of the parts. And
I've been in those rooms plenty of times in my career, and been across the aisle from that particular type of person.
So to put it, because Eddie and I'm from Texas, Eddie's from Virginia. To put it in the Southern way, Eddie, you've been on the business end.
I've been on the business end of douchebags like that.
Right. You've been on the business end, all that. So look at that, man.
That's what. Yeah, he represented those idiots that for some reason wield a lot of power.
Yeah. Isn't it sad? It's always the biggest lumps of shit who have no business having any of that power, who have said power. It's like, okay, this one. All right. So what? You just want to ask him, how much money did your dad give you? You know what I mean? Like, how did this work out? How much did your parents leave? Like, that's fuck.
I did it at one time. Well, actually, one of the reasons we made this movie is because I was tired of like pitching networks and doing sizzle reels and pitch decks and no one ever saw that. Like I was spending hours and hours and hours. And it would go in a drawer, and like
right.
So when we did this movie. We really wanted to kind of have that indie spirit and not have to, like, there's one time I won't say the network, but it ends with a C. I'll say that much, okay, guys?
Okay, all right. Wait, is it the ACC Sports Network?
Yes.
It is. All right. Shit, I knew it.
And they're in trouble, and they've been in trouble for a long time. That's another hint. So you're talking to someone who, like, if you were good at your job, man, this network would be number one like it used to be.
Yes.
And so me and my partner, I won't say who it is either. I'm just going to be very vague. But we're sitting there, and there's a painting behind us, like a boat in the ocean. And we realized about 5 minutes into a 20-minute, pitch that everyone is looking at the painting above us and not at what we're saying. Like they're more interested in the painting. And I'm like, they've seen this painting before 1,000 times. And,
oh God,
it was terrible.
You should be very proud because obviously there was not like a mega budget behind this, right? And you still pulled it off.
It's a 3-figure budget, right? If I remember correctly, it's a 3-figure budget.
Well, when we were talking to distributors, we said it was $1.08 million. we wanted to be very specific, but we spent more, I think, on submission fees than we did on the production of it.
And it's fantastic. Y'all did fantastic.
Yeah, I was there for a couple days of shooting, and just to see how you pulled everything together to make this film look the way it looks and sounds the way it looks is really impressive.
It's fucking great.
He's giving us a compliment and you yanked the headphone out of my ear. Sorry. Go ahead, Eddie. What?
I was saying I was there for a few days of the shooting, and the what you guys did to pull this together and make it look the way it looks and sound the way it sounds is really impressive.
Yeah, it's very.
It looks like a real film.
It absolutely.
It doesn't look like you guys. It is a real film. It just doesn't look like guys threw it together with a camera.
Right. Exactly.
Let's also give a little bit of credit to our editor, Tom Selleck Jr.
He's amazing.
Despite what he did to me and how I appear in it, you can't argue. And also, here's a little fun fact too.
Is his dad Magnum PI? Is his dad Tom Selleck Sr.?
Well, we thought so. But it turns out his dad is Thomas Selleck, but it's not the Thomas Selleck.
Shit.
So he's a poser, and he's a piece of shit. I'll just say it out loud. Thomas Selleck Jr. Yeah, the non-famous. I mean, that's his name, but but you don't ever think to ask like, hey, you just figure he is. So
of course.
He's a liar. He's like everyone else in Hollywood, besides you two.
Just clout chasing. Just clout chasing.
Yeah.
Faking lineage just to get a job. That's fucking.
Classic.
I tell everybody Mike Pence is my uncle.
Yeah.
Oof, really?
You can believe it if
I tell everyone that Dianne Feinstein is my aunt.
Look at that. There's no famous Rocha. Oh, Zach De La, but I don't tell anybody him and I are related. So
there you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I should. I mean, fuck Rage. It's but no, couldn't do it. So how long did it take you guys, like when you decided this is happening, like were the songs already kind of there or was this all just birthed along with the film?
No, it took a lot of time and effort. I mean, he had some ideas for songs and for some themes. Musically, obviously, for me, it was quite challenging, not only to write and collaborate with a particular kind of person who's extra special, but also also just, the amount of songs that we had to write in kind of a short period, it took a lot out of me. And it continues to take a lot out of me.
Well, guys, you did great with it. You did
here's
great
here's how it goes, guys. I will sing a melody. He'll put some chords underneath it. And then he'll do like we like to have a lot of solos in our songs. So maybe if he's got 3 solos in a song, 1 or 2 will be pretty good. And then the one I don't like, I'll phonetically go, and then he'll just play that, and then we'll be good.
That is true.
That's how our process works.
People mouth solo to me, and just to keep things expedited, I will play the exact.
I wonder what's more impressive, you mouth soloing or Anthony being able to know what notes he needs to play from hearing said mouth solo. I mean, those are 2 pretty impressive gifts that you both have.
Easy, Jerry. I'm pretty sure he just translates it to MIDI and then he makes it whatever. It's not.
Actually, no. It's all naturally talented process.
I would assume. I mean,
and by the way, guys, I'm the one drinking THC soda, and Anthony sounds like he's asleep. Like, what's that about? Can you turn it up, Anthony?
THC soda. THC soda. Look at that. Right.
Is that carbonated THC soda, or is that?
Is it
It's a little bit carbonated, yes.
Okay.
Wow.
It's a little bit carbonated.
Look at that.
Okay.
See?
Soda.
How easy is it, guys?
Are we just hearing a new song? Did this just burn a new
break into a mouth solo? Go for it.
I mean,
man. You guys, if you want to hum the rhythm, I'll do the solo on top of it. Okay. Yes. All day, guy. It's simple.
That's a hit. Really. That's a hit.
That is brilliant, man. That is wow.
But yeah, we all, and also here's how easy it is. One of the songs on the album is called Hollywood Face, which we're hoping will take off with Exotic Dancers because it's really a slow grind and kind of a sexy song.
Is that the goal? Is that the goal to get to have one of your songs be like a AC/DC stripper anthem?
Yeah, well, this is for the girls who are like want to take it, like they don't want that pound and stuff. They want to more glide and be sexy. So it's a nice break.
Yeah.
It's also a little shy of 3 minutes, so it's also a break for them from dancing for a couple more seconds. So we're sweethearts in that way. But I wrote the riff when I was like 11 or 12 on guitar.
Look at
and
that.
I'm like, here's a riff, and he's like, oh, this, and he did this thing, and then 3 hours later we got a song, and then a year later he's like, it was so hard. Like, what is this, guys? Come on.
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
Toughen up.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I don't think the playing is hard. I think the process and the dynamic.
I get that. Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Rub some dirt on it.
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay.
You know? Come on.
Wow. All right.
God damn.
I'm sure you guys have a similar dynamic, right?
Absolutely,
Which one of you is the bad cop, you know?
Cody, the guy who's not here.
Yeah,
the third member, we'll blame him. The third member, he's the bad cop. That's the one.
I trust you.
By the way, for stripper music, he said slow, and I thought, how impressive if a stripper danced to the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Would you watch? Eddie, could you sit through that?
I would.
8 minutes?
That's a long, slow strip.
It's a nice, slow strip to
for 8 minutes?
A tragic crash on the fucking waters. I don't know. I mean, I would watch that. I think I would.
Be a lot of mixed signals going into the brain.
What's that fucking Thanksgiving song that's like 30 minutes long that they play every Thanksgiving that Woody Guthrie's kid wrote? What is it? Alice's Restaurant. Yeah, imagine someone stripping to that fucking thing. Come on.
Right.
That would be a rough
Horrible.
night. A rough night at the
way.
Silver Lounge or wherever.
No. Our song Hollywood Face caters much more to the stripper because of the lyrics and the storytelling. But also Sereno, the entire time we were recording it, had a big issue with the solos that I was writing. And he kept saying to me, stripper solos, dude. And I was like, what does that mean? And then I would do a shredding beautiful solo and be like, nope, that's not stripper.
And then what else would I do for you, Anthony, while you were trying to get the solo down? What else did I do to help you?
You would strip for me.
I would dance like a stripper.
That's probably...
Man.
Because Anthony's probably visual. So he needs the visual cue.
I'm just going to say this. I don't think Lennon and McCartney had the balls to do that.
I don't think McCartney stripped for Lennon.
No.
And you know what? After watching Let It Be, I think the Beatles are a bit overrated. And quite honestly, I think the Get Lost Issues are better? More unique. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I wouldn't say, but I say between Wings and the Beatles, probably right in there.
I think it's an argument that can be had.
Can I take it a step further?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, you saw how much it invigorated the Let It Be sessions. imagine if Billy Preston walked in on a Get Lost Loser session. I mean, I bet you it's probably makes the Beatles look like a fucking shitty garage band at that point.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, and we recorded. That's all self-produced. We did it right in the room we're in Anthony's guest house.
Amazing.
A little room back here. And self-produced. Our buddy Q, who I've known for a long time, mastered it for us and mixed it. And yeah, man, it was a super smooth, besides the emotions involved process.
Yes,
and we're very proud of it. And we're also, I mean, the first judge was Colton. He's our manager, so we let him listen to it.
He's the man.
And he's like, I don't know what some of these concepts are about, but it sounds good. So.
Well, I don't want to spoil too much of the film to those who haven't seen it, but I guess things get ugly between you two at certain times. How are you guys now?
The same.
The same. Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of highs, a lot of lows.
Yeah, a lot of highs.
A lot of lows, a lot of lows, a lot of strenuous.
A lot of lows, some highs.
Energy, yeah, a lot of stress, anxiety, really, really bad feelings a lot of the time.
Right.
But it also makes for some good writing and collaboration once in a while.
Right.
Between the wrestling.
Yeah, like
he's got an ass whooping coming right now, guys. I'll tell you that. Man. This is not. We don't share we're a family, and we don't share our business.
Right.
I wasn't sharing the business. I was just explaining.
You're about to get the business. You're going to be on the business end, right, Jerry?
You know what? I kind of feel bad on this.
You're a little responsible.
I think I'm a lot responsible for this shit. I feel.
Well, here's the problem, guys. I went out here. I found the second best guitar player from Pasadena, and it turns out even he is sometimes lazy, sometimes melancholy, doesn't want to work, quote unquote work.
Right. Anthony, I'm really sorry I asked this question.
What to do,
I'm really sorry I brought this up.
I am the second best. I'm the second best.
Who's the best in Pasadena?
Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen's from Pasadena. I forgot about that. Yeah. Do you know I met him one time?
No.
I worked at a Barnes & Noble up here in Studio City, that bookstore on Ventura Boulevard, if you've ever been. This is true. This was obviously a long time ago, and I'm shelving a book. And this guy walks up and goes, "Hey, man, can you help me find a photography book?" And I'm like, the voice, I'm like, there's no, and I look up, and it's him. And I'm like,
wow.
And so I took him to a computer near the back of the store so I could geek out, and
you showed him your webpage?
Oh yeah. I'm like, here's my website, here's my jokes. And then I went up to him like, dude, I just want to say you're the fucking best. That's all I said, very quietly. And he goes, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he just, but you go on the internet, and I'm the fucking bad guy. Everybody believes all this bullshit Sammy and Dave keep saying, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, let it out,
chill out, Eddie.
Yeah, let it out, man. It was crazy, but he was super nice.
You'll be happy to know that on the day he unfortunately passed, Anthony, like so many others, made a Instagram reel of him playing Eddie Van Halen solos.
Yeah, and so. I mean, I hate to be so morbid, but I mean, that also was the day that Anthony became the best living guitarist for Pasadena.
Yeah,
that's right.
So,
I mean, there's that. There's,
you know what else? There's we mentioned a few different acts in the movie. One was Eddie Van Halen. We actually talk about in the movie. Rest in peace. Meatloaf. We talk about him. Rest in peace.
Oh shit.
So if you can place a bet on Michael Bublé.
He's next. You mentioned him.
Yeah.
Take him in the Deadpool.
Yeah. So we might have a curse on our hands, guys.
What about this? Yeah. Could you do a fundraiser to help fund the sequel? Right? If it even needs it. I'm not saying it needs it, but if it needed it, maybe you could do a "What musician do you want to die?" And if you give us enough money, we will mention them in the sequel. Who do you want to see drop?
Who do you want done?
Ooh. You know what? There's another one in the running. We mentioned Bruce Springsteen.
Oh shit, that's right, the boss.
Wow. Okay,
that would be a rough one. Yeah, that'd be imagine the money you'd make if you promised people you could get rid of Kid Rock. Imagine the money you'd
Ted
make.
Nugent or Kid Rock.
Ted Nugent or Kid Rock. You'd be rolling in.
Especially nowadays.
Well, let's be fair. Yes. As guys that play butt rock, Kid Rock still got some music left in him. Okay?
That's true.
That's Ted Nugent, not so much.
No.
He's got, and you know what? I'll tell you what, man. One of the best shows I ever went to was Metallica, Seven Dust, and Kid Rock.
No shit.
He fucking, he plays all the instruments. He's got a lot of hit songs. This is probably 98.
Yeah.
And still burning hell. And also, I think Kid. He was never like, I'm at times in my life lived in a trailer park. Like I'm not, ashamed to say.
I don't believe he ever has.
His dad was a car salesman. He lived in a huge place. He just pretended that was his shtick. Much like MGK couldn't make it in rap and became a pop guy.
Yep.
Kid Rock couldn't make it in rap and became a Southern rock rapper.
Dude, his first rap albums, my cousin actually had growing up, and we were like, "What is this?" Like it was a lot of like, what on earth are we listening to?
Yeah, man. Now it's weird to also now I don't want to get political, but when I can't listen to Only God Knows Why ever again.
That's rough.
The same way.
That's tough. It's so.
Or that Shania Twain song.
Yeah.
Which one was that one?
I put your picture away.
That was Sheryl Crow, wasn't it?
Sheryl Crow, yeah.
Sheryl Crow, yeah. That Shania Twain.
Shania Twain, sorry.
I think I'd rather listen to Shania Twain than that shit now. How sad is that?
I think I would too.
Well, I got bad news for you. She's also on the crazy train.
Is she MAGA?
Yeah.
Is Shania Twain MAGA?
She's, full on. And she's also Canadian. Like, mind your fucking business.
Right, get out of here. What do you fucking know, fucking loser?
Whose bed have your boots been under,
Right. God, man, it's we try to figure out like who's the shittiest MAGA that we don't know has been outed yet. Carrie Underwood's I bet they sent Carrie Underwood. She probably like as a gift they probably like let Kyle Rittenhouse make out with her. Like that was like, look, congratulations.
There you go. You got off.
You got here. This is the MAGA reward. You get to go make out with Carrie Underwood. That has to be.
I can tell you who I think for sure is not one, and that is the great Garth Brooks. Because if you
surprising.
Remember, he had a sister who was a lesbian like back in the 90s before I think even Ellen, and he had an album called We Shall Be Free.
Yeah.
So he's always kind of been sort of at least social kind of things, progressive or liberal leaning.
And
kind of
who would have thought, right? Like that was a big pleasant surprise. It's a shame that I still hate 90% of his fucking music, but.
No Fences is a pretty good album, Jerry.
No Fences is all right.
I love Garth Brooks, so you got to go.
Oh, really? Are you a big Garth? I mean, the low Friends in Low Places you can't not like. It's just unavoidable. There's nothing wrong with that song.
I think that Two of a Kind working on a Full House is probably the most, for me, a quintessential country song. It's like
it's a good one. It's
got a great metaphor, yeah.
But that's a problem. Is a lot of country music has those stupid titles like that. No offense. But like Two of a Kind work on a full, like I guarantee there's gonna be a country album a song like leave your name and number after the tone. Like that's just the shit they do now. It's like just kind of right, like paper or plastic, like they just take everyday common shit and then I don't know. But
Garth and Shania were the two, in my opinion, they kind of were the worst thing to happen to country because everyone tried to emulate them.
Yes.
And now when you hear something like a Chris Stapleton or something that's like, actual country music,
good.
Like, goddamn, what's that? It's
dude,
like,
Sturgill Simpson should be 10 times more famous than he is.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's that's great shit right there. I mean, look, I'm fucking rocking the Buck Owens shirt. Come on, I'm down.
Yeah, we might actually. Well, we're planning now our next step of this. We might spin it into maybe a TV show, fingers crossed. But we also have a couple of sequel ideas for films, and one of them was to do a Western and do a country album to go on.
That'd be awesome. That would be
Southern rock kind of.
The Get Lost Loser Southern rock.
I mentioned Anthony's dad's big into music, and he's also one of our most honest critics. And I said, hey, I went up to him knowing he would hate what I was about to say, but I did it anyway. And because he's a SoCal guy, I go, hey, what do you think of Poco? And he goes, fuck Poco. Dude, I love Poco, man. It happens all the time. This crazy love of mine.
Not a fan of it.
Come on, dude. That's great.
I mean, you could make the case that they were just a minor league farm team for Eagles base players.
Yeah.
Right? Like, weren't they just kind of like a farm club for Eagles? Like, didn't the Eagles get 2 of their base players from Poco?
Maybe. I'm not sure of the whole history of Poco,
yeah,
but I know that they had some good
Those lucky base players leaving that band to go to the Eagles.
They were also a country like disco band. So I mean,
no, they were good. Yeah, I like Poco.
You know?
But did you see the Eagles documentary where Glenn Fry talks about getting Timothy B. Schmidt from Poco, and he goes, they were talking about, do you think he'll join the band? And he goes, I don't know. Do you think he'll take making 200 a night in Poco to come be with us? Yeah, I think so. It's like, geez, dude, come on, you ain't gotta rip him that bad. They had some hits for crying out loud.
Ouch.
So what? All right. So Anthony, did your love of music begin with your parents who were heavy into it? What made you go, I'm playing a fucking guitar? That's God.
Yeah, I got to give the credit to my dad and my mom, who were both, came from musical families. And my dad in particular was just a 70s rock and roll kind of guy.
That's so great.
Loved everything about that era and the 80s, including the drugs. So, that lifestyle never left him. And I would wake up to Deep Purple and Van Halen and the Beatles. And by the time I was 8 or 9 years old, my brother was playing drums and he wanted someone to play music with. So I picked up the guitar and the piano, and I've been writing and playing ever since.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
How about you,
But
Jason?
he wasn't in a movie until he found
that. There it is. Well, how about you, Jason? What got you into music? Because you're obviously got a really good voice and you can play. What started that?
His voice is decent.
I'm a great songwriter too, Jerry. Thank you for mentioning all that. But yeah,
I like how Anthony got his dig in. I like that.
My dad is an actor and a vocalist and a voice coach up in the Bay Area.
Nice.
I've never studied with him, but I understand he's great. My mom's a singer as well, so it's more genetic for me.
Sure.
In college, I was the one-man boy band. I paid my way through school by covering, in a funny way, like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and then also classic rock and writing my own tunes. And then, we did. I did more of the film side of stuff after I graduated, and I was kind of that guy. I never wanted, in Hollywood, everyone's like, hey, I'm a writer, director, actor, dancer, singer, choreographer. I didn't want to be that, and I thought to really be considered a serious, writer and director, I would have to leave the music behind, and I did. And then I was like, I'm just going to do whatever I want. And I had this guy who was like, let's make short films. And I'm like, you're an idiot. No, those don't make money. Like, let's actually try to make a career out of our skills.
But you didn't have to call him an idiot,
Eddie. I know you got short films out, Eddie. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that because I know you have Cobra's doing its thing.
I don't make any money doing it. So.
Exactly.
You're kind of right.
And I was like, yes. I'm like Anthony, you moron, you idiot, you trash bag.
Jeez.
And
trash bag.
I said, let's make a movie instead. And we, that was the start of it. So then we got Orly, the bass player, in, and Christoph, the drummer, and that was, we saw two drummers. One of them just banged the shit out of the drums. He was really mad. We're like, okay, dude, we have to play small clubs. We can't have that.
Can't be so aggro, though. Just chill out.
Yeah, he was really upset. And then Christoph came in and was right in the pocket, and it was great.
That's awesome.
And then Orly was the only bass player. So we met her through the People Walker, who's a Hollywood celebrity.
Okay.
And who also, there's a couple Easter eggs where if you ever seen the People Walker, he's a big hairy man that walks people in Hollywood, for safety and tourism and other reasons. And he is a few times, if you pay attention to the background, you'll see the People Walker walk through the back of scenes and stuff.
Oh, that's great. So, I have to watch it again just to look for that. That's great.
But we wanted to give him some camera time for helping us put together the band. So, and he's also, if I'm being real, a producer on the movie too. So
look at that.
We've got we're not the only celebrities involved in making the film. We have the People Walker as well.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
And those that know Twin Peaks, Christoph, our drummer, was Spike the Ike the Spike. I mean,
yeah, he looked familiar. I'm like, I know I've seen him before. Yeah, he was in the Showtime, the final season, right? He was in it. Yep.
He's also on Kimmel and stuff a lot too. He'll play different things. He's played the drums on Kimmel before. Orly in real life, in the movie, she's played as a side gig as a DJ. That's her real thing. She's a real DJ.
Colton was telling me that because I saw the movie with Colton, and he was like, "Yeah, she's actually a DJ." I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool."
And Anthony is a guitar player as well.
I didn't know that.
He calls himself. Well, and I'll tell you what, there are.
So this wasn't like Ralph Macchio and Crossroads. He's actually playing his own solos.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
She's not cutting into close-ups of other people.
Yeah,
I'll put it this way: I'm pretty sure those are his fingers all the time. That's all I can say. I'm pretty sure.
Look at that.
Well, I hope you guys can make it to our show.
Yes, and congratulations on that, man. And where's that going to be at again?
Art Bar LA on Venice Boulevard in West Los Angeles. And then the Blu-ray's out on Amazon, on Walmart, and at the GetLostLosers.com. And streaming everywhere.
I'll put all the links to everything in the social media when we blast this out, so people can click on the links and go buy the DVD or buy the Blu-ray or purchase on Amazon.
Now,
and also if your kid's looking to go to school, the College of Mass Communication and Media Arts, $100 cash is all we need.
That's perfect.
Money orders? Do you do money orders?
We prefer
cash only.
I'm just trying to think of other ways for people to pay.
I think they're onto something with
money
cash
orders
only.
12 to 18 months, we'll get that. They'll have the response for you. So.
Okay.
I got some bad news though. There's actually 4 members to this podcast. We're contractually obligated to bring in Eddie. Sorry about this.
Skeletor is part of the crew, and we have to end it contractually. We have to end every episode with a Q&A with Skeletor. And whenever we have a guest,
are you talking about? His nickname is Skeletor.
Stop it.
Yes. I thought that's why I was messed up.
No, we actually,
How was that your nickname?
Well, he has that nickname for me.
Oh,
show him your wrist, dude. Show him
nickname you.
Put your hand around the whole wrist. Just a skinny little boy.
I thought there was going to be a Skeletor tattoo.
No, he's just a skinny. He weighs like 140. He's like under 6 foot, about 140. So that's why, guys, when in the movie, when I'm throwing him around, it's not tough.
I've never seen such a talented, good-looking man like Anthony get hated on so poorly. I'm just saying.
I appreciate your observation.
You know what, Jerry? You're not here to experience his energy.
Okay.
That's one for Team Anthony.
Right. I come on. I had to help.
But anyway, so we have to end the show with whenever we have a guest, we let them ask the question to Skeletor, and then Skeletor will retort.
So if you have a question.
Jason, Anthony, if you guys have a question for Skeletor,
you don't have to, but if you want to, Eddie can cover. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, I know what makes me angry. Mm-hmm. Skeletor, what makes you angry?
Well, Jason, that's a wonderful question. I'm glad you've asked me. A lot of things upset me. Stubbing my toe, tax season, things like that. An Amber Alert when they say, they describe my panther as being the last thing seen with the kid. That really pisses me off. But I guess what angers me the most are the smells that are so powerful. They permeate throughout Eternia, and they only come from one source, and that's He-Man's mother's pussy.
Wow.
I bet you didn't think I'd go there, huh, Eddie?
No, I knew you would go there.
What do you mean? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, improv, motherfucker. You don't know.
Okay. I knew exactly what you were going to do.
All right. Sorry about that.
Sorry, guys. Apologize. We're contractually obligated to do that.
It has to happen.
Okay.
Sorry.
And my cat can hear it, and he freaks out every time he hears Skeletor. You saw him jump in. He thinks he needs to save me from that evil person.
Or maybe you're looking at a picture of He-Man's mother's pussy, and he wants to see it.
That might be it. That's true.
That could be it, too.
That cat. I relate to the cat.
Right? Thank you.
I'll fuck that cat up. Bring it back. I'll fuck it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Jesus, it's a cat. You fucking. All right. Whatever.
Okay.
So sorry about that. But,
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Anyway.
Get Lost Losers. TheGetLostLosers.com, or is it TheGetLostLosers.com?
The Get Lost Losers, yeah. TheGetLostLosers.com. And we're also, Amazon's got 1-day shipping, and Walmart.com as well. And we'll have Blu-rays at the show. We're actually going to sell them for the lowest price ever, which is $20 at the show.
Look at that.
Which is,
Can people get to all your socials and stuff from the Get Lost Losers webpage?
Yeah, you can go there. You can watch the trailer. You can find the your preferred music service to listen to the album.
That's great.
And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and OnlyFans starting next week.
Oh, shit.
OnlyFans.
Here we go. Get Lost winners now.
That's right.
Shit. Now, real quick, to those who are still on the fence, the movie's fucking hilarious. It's very well done. The music is awesome. You get to see Eddie, you get to see Colton, you get to see Eddie's wife Tracy, and you get to see this awesome band. So please go check out the Get Lost Losers. I'm telling you. It's great shit. You will not be disappointed. And if you're in the Southern California area, I know a lot of our listeners are, get on down. Go see them tonight. What's admission at the door?
No cover. We don't believe in it. We're a working class band for working class people.
Look at that.
Wow.
See? Look at that. Now you have no fucking excuse.
A band of the people.
Band of the people.
And they do have pitchers there, too. They sell pitchers of beer, which is nice.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's like old school Pizza Hut.
Right. That's the good shit right there.
Shit right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. You can book it. because Friday night it's on tonight. Let's go.
Wow.
We'll see you guys there.
We love it. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for being a part of this.
Thank you, guys.
For hopping
Thank you,
on the
Jerry.
Ramble. Yeah, anytime, man. We got to do this again. So when the sequel is ready, we got to have you guys back.
Yeah.
Right? Is that
we'll be
okay?
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Fucking A. That's going to be fun. All right, cool. Well, Bees, have a great show tonight, y'all. Thank you again
Thanks,
for doing
guys.
this. Yeah.
Thank you.
guys.
Rock and roll.
All right. Take care, everybody. Eddie, we just sign off, right?
Yeah.
We're good.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Stay safe. Go check out the Get Lost Losers.
Do it.
All is. All right. We love you. You know where to find us. Take care, everybody.
Bye.